All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Unit Evil Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is to review the Crystal Palace versus Arsenal game. I hate to be the one to tell you I told you so, but I done told you so. You know, people were looking ahead towards the Liverpool game and, you know, bypassing this game and the Blackpool game like we'd already won those games already. And I was like, whoa, 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 motherfucker. Since when do we have an excellent record against Palace that you can just dismiss the idea that we'll beat them, that we won't beat them? I knew this would be a difficult game. And yes, there are a lot of people that hate Roy Hodgson or don't rate Roy Hodgson. I don't rate Roy Hodgson either. But it's something about the fact that the fans get behind the team at Palace. It's a tight pitch. It's an awkward pitch. And Zaha is a good player. He's a good player. And to be honest, the type of player we hate, you know, that type of player that will twist and can go either way and does step overs. As Arsenal defenders, we don't like that shit. And I'll be honest with you, I'll hold my hands up in a way. I called for Holding and Mustafi to play together. I don't like that. I don't like that. Mainly because I've seen them play well against Leicester, so I just had this assumption that they'd play well again together. They didn't. They didn't. There were so many people that I thought had an underwhelming game today. I thought that Xhaka, yes, in spite of his fabulous goal, had a poor game. Can I shit on him too much? He is playing out of position. I thought Mustafi didn't have a good game today. And people will say, oh, well, you can't say his name right, first of all. Second of all, they'll just hate him. No, he just didn't have a good game. Mustafi was terrible. Holding weren't much better. I thought Hector was all right, and then he picked up a muscle injury, and then Lichtsteiner. I'll be honest, Lichtsteiner was lucky to get yellow carded when he did, because he should have got probably yellow carded on the second challenge. I think it was the fourth challenge that the referee finally put him in the book. Guendouzi kept losing the ball. I have to hold my hands up. Even my man Alex, it was the worst game I've seen Alex have this season. Iwobi was not good. Was not good at all. But of course, because the Iwobi haters will peek round the corner now, they'll put their heads above the parapet and they'll be like, oh, like I had one guy. He's followed me for a little while, but it was just like, you clearly need to know your audience. Tweeting me goes, you know what, I would drop Iwobi for the next game because he's had a bad game. All right then, does that mean you drop Mesut as well? Because he was non-existent today as well. The only time I noticed Mesut was when he stormed off and took off his shit. So let's be real here. Let's be honest here. A lot of them underperformed. A lot of them. You know, Lacazette, again, bad day at the office for him. We just have to be real. And you guys know I love Lacazette. It was just a poor performance. But you know what? The way I've been looking at it is this. To me, this is the reality check that we needed. Because a lot of us were looking towards the Liverpool game, thinking, right, this is our chance to prove Paul Merson wrong. This is our chance to show that we're title contenders. This is our chance at this. This is our chance at that. And let's be honest, a lot of people get gassed. But I think we needed this because it gives us something to now work on in the next week. Because Liverpool is the next Premier League game up. And that ain't going to be easy. Home or not at home. You see the way these motherfuckers are playing. We couldn't handle Zaha. They effectively have 3 Zahas up front. They have 3 players who can twist, turn, go either way, can spin you. And we got to be ready for that movement. And that's the problem with Arsenal. I'm not sure if we are. I'm not. Not really, not for that level of things. This is why when people start talking to me about title contention, I'm like, easy. Easy. If we're being realistic, that ain't us right now. we're fighting for best of the rest. And even then, Chelsea's probably heading that up. So, to me, is it disappointing that we drew 2-2? Yeah. But did we deserve anything more? No. Not even a little bit. To me, it was a fair result. Fair play to Palace. They show what they're about. And you know what? It was the first game that I really paid attention to Wilfried Zaha. You know, I always thought the player was a, but he didn't have enough end products. And I still don't think he has enough end product. But I now get it. I get why people want Zaha for Arsenal. I get why he's so highly sought after. I get why he was pinpointed today as Palace's biggest threat. I get it, because I tell you what, forget the fact that he didn't score any of the 2 goals. Both of their goals came through penalties, and I'll talk about how the goals happened in a minute. But he was their constant source of threat. My only bafflement was that in the first half, he seemed to target Bellerin. And to be honest, I thought largely Bellerin was dealing with it okay, with support from Alex Iwobi. But then he did what he should have done in the first half, in my opinion. He then started to target Xhaka, and that's how their second goal came about. Let's talk about their first goal. Basically, it was a penalty. Basically, the ball came in, and then Mustafi, I don't know what this brother's doing. He's in the 18-yard area. You just think to yourself, stand still and let him try and beat you. And I'm saying this as someone who's played central defense before. The last thing I think of is go to ground. Stand still. Just stand there. His back is against you. Stand still and let's see what he does with it. If he beats you, he beats you. But you got him. You're goal side of him. This idiot decides to go sliding around like he's in the bobsleigh team. Surprise, 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 misses the ball, takes out the man. Oh, and we're acting surprised that it's a penalty. Acting surprised that this guy has no intelligence. And this is why I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I don't rate him. Mustafi is useless. I don't care what anyone tells me. He is useless. He's useless. And then you think to yourself, all right, Arsenal will do what they do best. Second half FC. I get it. And we did what we did best for the first 10 minutes of the second half. We did what we did best. Xhaka came in, scored a delicious, oh my gosh, it was a filthy free kick from the right-hand side. Top left-hand corner, top right-hand corner for the goalkeeper. Had no chance. Keeper had no chance. It was a delicious free kick. You're like 1-1, all right, cool. Then we score, to be honest, a dodgy second goal. there's no other way of putting it. Ball comes in, Lacazette gets pushed, his arms all the way out here, ball comes off his hand, lands at Aubameyang. Aubameyang hits the ball, and it just about crosses the line. You think 2-1. But then I started looking at the time, and I thought, shit, still got half an hour to see out, though. We ain't going to be able to defend for half an hour on this pitch. And fair play to Palace. They reacted to that second goal because they put it on us after that. They put it on us. And I think I tweeted at the time, yeah, we're going to need a third because Palace are going to score again. And lo and behold, 10 minutes after that tweet, ball comes in to Zaha on the right-hand side. You're thinking, oh my gosh, he's just gonna bun, absolutely roast Xhaka. Does a couple of step overs. Whether you say it's a dive or not, it's irrelevant. The fact is that he did a couple of step overs. Xhaka's dangling his foot out, and all right, he doesn't actually touch him. You're just like, why are you even dangling your foot out, bruh? You know what this guy is like. He likes going to ground quick. He likes going to ground easily. Not to mention the fact that he did this appeal last week for more help from the referees, to be protected from the referees. So, you know, referees are watching. They're watching. They're looking to give him something in the area. Just don't put yourself in that position. Before you know it, 2-2, because I ain't going to lie, I can't remember the name of that guy who takes Palace's penalties. That second penalty was lit. Leno had no chance for either of them. In fact, he sent Leno the wrong way in the first half. And then that was all she wrote. And then the game just petered out from there. But man, we were playing in second gear, if that, today. And I personally, as an Arsenal fan, want to see better, want to see more, want to see a more encouraging performance from them. And I hope I get it. Anyway, guys, you let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments below. If you like this video, crush, destroy, drop, kick the shit out of that like button. I appreciate every time you guys do that. I may do a show later today, a bonus show later this evening. So I've just done this quick review in case I'm not able to do that show later this evening. But I may do something later today with a couple of guests. So keep an eye out for that. Probably be about 8 o'clock-ish, just for an hour or so. So I'll let you know on Twitter, which is @ColossalChig, @ColossalChig. The link is in the description below if you're watching this on the playback. And that's pretty much it from me, guys. I'm out of here. Take care. Deuces.